map, and yeah, Atypick and me are hyped of casting this one. Is setting in Rome. Who would have thought? So we have, dude, the maps are crazy this season. It's incredible.
Really, once again, a beautiful map. We have one player actually coming from the sources of Trackmania Formula League.com. We have not Shadow coming from Italy, so playing at home could be a
could be an
great
advantage.
to see. Not really, but yeah, it's the only player playing at home.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think it's the kind of the second race that is on a kind of real environment setup, like Rome, things like this. Like we had season number 2 a race in Paris, and here we have a race on in Italy.
But we also you maybe forget about that race that we had in Mexico. I'm not sure if that is real life as well, but
this season, it felt like a bit more fantastic compared to here. But yeah.
But it's still very laggy for me. We have
so
also the Pisa Tower here, so of course it's not like that you have this one like one-to-one to the actual environment or anything like that.
Luckily.
But I mean, here we have the Colosseum, or however you want to call it in Italy. We have the Pisa Tower, and also of course those long bridges, which are usual because I think water got transported from that back then. And this really reminds me of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, where you have to build all of those things, and also like those pre-villages before the actual village. So very cool to see. And then also we have like a mountain here, which probably resembles the Alps or anything like that, because there's snow on top. I don't know, or maybe just something other in... I'm not sure where mountains are in Italy where there's snow on, maybe other than the Alps, which are a little bit in Italy, if I was recalling it correctly. I could also be completely wrong with that.
Yes, you are correct. You have Torino, who held a Winter Olympics. I think it was 2000 or something like this in Torino. So there is the Alps in Italy. I think there is the northern part of Italy is actually with a lot of mountains.
Yeah, okay, but my game is quite laggy today. I'm not sure what that is. I might want to disable downloads or anything like that. But my game is quite laggy, so let me actually do that. I hope that this works out and my game stops lagging, because I don't care about the car skins. And well, I mean, 15 minutes of free practice left, and right now Dexter is leading, and look who's on second position. We have Nano. Look at that. Love to see one of the organizers, one of our fellow staff members in the top 3, actually top 2.
Yeah, Nano, I was looking at him. He's currently P40 in the championship. And we have to take into consideration that he has missed a couple of races just because he was the map builder. And there is an auto DNF feature in the Trackmania Formula League, where if you were to compete on your own map, you are definitely at an advantage compared to everyone else. So there is an auto DNF feature at the last lap, UDNF. So he has a couple of races without points. So 3 DNF in total for Nano. So yeah, it's great to see him in P40, but it could be a lot higher.
Okay, I mean, it could be higher, but he is still in Div 1, and that's what counts, huh?
Yes.
And that's the good thing. I mean, Nano probably also playing this competition more casual. He's not a bad driver, the complete opposite, but you know, he's been involved in those maps, and if you just have your maps and you just not be able to finish, but you can still race, you know, it's cool, but you're of course not getting any points in that race, unfortunately. And also, let's take a look.
Stay on Nano if I were you, just because he's in the pit.
Yeah,
the pit is quite long.
Yeah. Wow, and also this uphill. Oh, this will be a devil for someone who has no fuel left. Yeah, oh god, I think you cannot even cross that uphill with less than 130 speed, actually. I think that's...
I don't know. Yeah, probably, yes.
I think you cannot do that. So, last week I have missed the race, and I've seen you were casting it. I was lurking a bit. This guy, Voyager, man, what is that first season of him?
On a roll. He's on a roll, like just utter dominance in his 2 wins he had. I missed his first win as well. It was the NASCAR kind of map, and he basically lapped everyone. It was same story last week. He lapped everyone beside Bisaker, and it was really a dominant showing from Voyager.
Sorry, I just had to laugh. I mean, I watched a bit of the race, so I knew what happened there. But so we both were talking before the race, okay? And I muted the video and showed this one to the others. But YouTube Autoplay decided to put a spam video in the back. Fortunately, it will not be on the VOD, but you guys were not tripping. So my apologies for that. But hey, I couldn't hear it. I thought I had disabled autoplay, but I haven't. So hey, we talked about Voyager. Voyager is a good player, and he has won his 2nd race. So love to see it. And with that, I mean, it's also looking quite nice for him in the total standings.
Yes, I was looking at it earlier. There is less than 100 points between the top 4 driver, which probably is the first in Trackmania Formula League, at least this late in the season, where in general we had like a podium which would be really tight, but there was a battle between 1st and 2nd place here. We have a 4-way battle with the top 4, which is incredible.
Yeah, we love to see that. I mean, also that we had so many different race winners. I mean, Dexter didn't really... Well, I think Dexter could be more up there already. Like, he could be first and probably be the leader of all of that. But, you know, it's Dexter at the end. He rather plays for fun. And I also talked about him about that, yeah, like, maybe mispitting or like his missed opportunity, I think in race number 5 or 6 it was. And he wasn't really aware of that, and he also just plays for fun, so he doesn't really take it that serious, which is of course cool. But now we're coming close to the ending, and maybe he thinks like, oh wait, maybe I can still win. But then of course he has like a huge huge battle against him with Voyager and also Patrose and then Wosile. You know, those 4 are just on the top 4, and it's great to see that they're not really that far apart from each other.
Fun fact, Patrose was won race number 1, actually didn't won the race on track. It was just because Wosile received a 10-second penalty.
Yeah.
So Patrose is the only like driver in the top 4 with a victory, but never came first place on the actual track, which is a kind of a small trivia. It would be great for Patrose to get his first real win without like another driver getting a penalty.
And I think a map like that is quite good for Patrose, because you have a lot of long passages, a lot of technical turns, and I'm currently spectating him, and it's looking quite nice for him. Clean driving. Voyager, on the meantime, has set the fastest lap, but Patrose is also in a quite good run here, batting up with Crucial, who's on that 3rd position. And now we're gonna go into the last part of the track, this left-hander, and you accumulate so much speed here, just if you look into that. And I think pitting here will be so bad for you. It will be so bad for you. 113.35, also quite long map. As we take a look, we have 38 laps to drive, so I think you want to avoid pitting as much as possible, also due to the fact that maybe you don't want to run into danger of having no fuel left at the end, because you have all those like serpentines, or however they're called in English, or just S roads, and then this uphill at the end, which you cannot clear without fuel, I think.
Yeah, probably. I think if you were to run out of fuel, you really need to get as much speed as possible. But with those two S's, which are really narrow, I don't think you can getting a penalty without having any fuel left in the tank is not possible. Just like it's gonna be a nightmare. Shorty need to pay attention. He was costing last time during a pit stop, and he definitely don't want to do it again.
Also, Joey had a bad mistake. Maybe you've seen it on Twitter.
Yeah, he was my pick. He was my pick for the.
Very good pick though.
Yeah, and during the dry section, I think he could have been in higher places if the rains actually started on lap number 1. It came on I don't remember which lap it was, but I think in terms of percentage we had 60% of the race being in the rain. But yeah, I was so sad for Joey. He fell down a lot during the dry running, and yeah, stupid mistake on the hairpin. Kind of forgot that that it was raining. He probably forgot as well his tire condition, and he suddenly went straight ahead at the hairpin, and it was the hairpin to not miss on the rain, because you would be able to flip so easily. We saw a lot of driver just flipping and turtling on the track, not able to come back on their 4 wheels.
Yeah, so what happened there, I'm just confused by the inputs right now, because they might be wrong. I'll also disable them. I don't know, I think like all the plugins and dashboard are not really working out, so I'm just leaving all of that aside. It doesn't really matter too much. But what happened there is it was a very unfortunate mistake. It was a hairpin, a 180 hairpin, as you've mentioned, and you were explaining the slide that happened to him. So the question, the thing was, he steered to the left, to the right before, and thus he went into a 4-way slide, so into a normal slide, because you want to have a no slide to slow down. If you have a normal slide, your car will just grip and lose control. Similar like Coast, for example, or just Stadium in general. If you're too fast and you just want to slow down and just want to brake, if you have a four-way slide, so with all of your wheels, and you steer before, your car will not slow down that much, and that's why he lost control. And on the rainy tarmac, it is even more costly, so that's what happened to him. As I've also spectated Voyager here going to the pit lane, and dude, it's actually really hard, but it's also hard to speed there by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tricky to get a penalty. Like we saw a couple of drivers having a penalty, but yeah, I don't really expect much penalties during the actual race. Everyone has tried out things, and yeah, it looks really hard for the pit entry, especially with low tires. We really need to pay attention to it, because mistake may happen and you will lose so much time in the pits by just touching a wall or something like that.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it is quite risky, and also with a penalty, and then you want to make up for the time, and maybe you get a penalty again. I don't know, maybe like exceed the 130, but I mean, yeah, true, like Voyager is only 70 points away from Patrose. It's crazy, like less than 100 points, and we have this race coming up and 2 other races after that. Guys, of course, put your top 3 prediction into the chat. I think we might have someone like Crucial today, being someone who can perform quite well, as of course his tires will blow up now.
Especially in qualifying, just because he has been a very good qualifier. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see Crucial on the higher places during qualifying. But in terms of race pace, I think he lacks a bit of consistency. Even though he had a very good result at some point, there is a top 3 finish for Crucial. I think in race number 5. I don't remember correctly, but yeah, could be a good contender. I would say Patrose need a very good showing in terms of performance, like get a proper win on the track, and just to secure the championships. He cannot secure it mathematically, but like in terms of momentum and showing the other driver, I'm the boss.
Yes, he is leading by 32 points. Yeah, ahead of Dexter. Dexter is second. And then, of course, Voyager had some more conservative races, even though he has won 2 races already. He's on P4, but not so far behind Wosal. And we have 38 laps today. And the pit entry, yes, is quite hard and also very costly here. They're at a very, very speedy section. You see players are just passing Wosal here in front of him, and they're just so much faster. Of course, then you have this 180 turn where you can kind of make up for that, but this will definitely cost you like 30 to 35, if not even 40 seconds. That is like a lot of loss there. So maybe strategies, I'm not sure how much they burn per lap. We can check now onto Wosal. He was, of course, at 100 when he exited the pit stop. And, well, my top 3 today is... it's quite hard, but I think that Patros is going to win this race today, ahead of Dexter. And then we have Crucial on 3rd position. Or, of course, Wosal, who has a very good qualifying and is on 1st again. So, could be one of those, yeah, boring races from the standpoint. But I think we're going to see a close race today.
Yeah, I think we have all the contender for the win, being Wosal, Dexter, Patros, Voyager. It could be anyone's win today. If I were to pick one, I would say Patros as well. Just because he's the only driver without a win, without a proper win on the track. Then it's anyone places like the. P2 would be, yeah, if I were to do a top 3, let's go for one. Patros, Voyager, P2, and Wosal, P3.
Okay, no Dexter in here.
Dexter would be P4, P5. You can mix him with Crucial there.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I have the same top 5 here. Of course, we can also see someone like Moppel or Wingo Bear who's fast on that.
I would have a crazy take on a very high places for Wingo Bear. I think it could be a map where Wingo who is able to drive really fast. It's not that really technical. The map looks really easy except for sector 1, but then it's really wide turns and everything. So I think Wingo Bear could
maybe
be on
the
a very
turn
good results.
Maybe the 3 turn where you can push it a lot, or this hairpin there that Wosal has just gone through. Also quite important to get speed because there's a long passage coming up where you get all of your speed back. I think this might be one of the hardest sections of the map, but Wingo Bear is a good pick, to be honest. Also Moppel. But now let's take a look onto the pit entry again here from Wosal. Of course you can kneel slide that turn, but Wosal is doing it quite nicely. Also slowing down accordingly, but then of course you cannot see your speedometer there if you're playing Cam 1. Then you have this right-hander there as well. But Wosal is doing it quite nicely. I'm happy to see this race. And, well, good luck to the players. I think it's one of the harder maps that we've seen concerning the pit entry. We had one where you were not there.
Probably the longest.
Yeah.
I think.
And also, like, one strategy. Witty saying if full conservative driving might be the best strategy. I don't think so, actually. Because with conservative driving, you lose like 1 to 2 seconds per lap. And this might be a bit too much, rather than just go for a pit stop. But we're gonna see, maybe today will be the day where a full conservative racing line will be the best. But we have 38 laps, but before that we have the qualifying where the first 13 players will get their points, and also the first or the pole position, and also the positions after that will be distributed.
Yeah, king of pole position to this season is Wosal with 3. One race number 1, one race number 3, which was cancelled in terms of results, and one in race number 7. So 3 pole position. King of fastest lap is Dexter with 3 fastest lap on race number 2, 5, and 6. And king of consistency would be Patros with a podium every races.
That's crazy, actually, to think about podium every race.
Wosal was the one with a podium every races on season 3, and he ended up winning.
But I mean, no one is out yet, so
yeah, no one is out. No one is out. Really
maybe Patros can do it this time. Who knows? Who knows? So good luck. We have 1 flying lap that will count, or just your previous set lap because maybe your lap was bad. But good luck. 30 seconds of warm-up. I'm going to take that time to drink. And also, guys, now it's official. Trackmania Grand League is not taking place today. I just knew it a bit before. And, well, that means that we can maybe stream a bit longer today. Maybe I'll just do some other stuff and play a couple of the day or something after that and then call it a day. But of course this will also be very unfortunate because I will be in Poitiers. I'll also be in Paris actually for some minutes in 2 weeks. Atypick.
Oh, you would be in Poitiers. It's not that far from where I live. When?
Let's meet up. 2 weeks.
Yeah, let's go.
In 2 weeks, I'm at Gamers Assembly. Let's meet up then. And go... I'm not sure because I have a tight schedule, but we could maybe do the Friday when I arrive. We can go for some dinner and just go to a bar or something.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's nice. That's cool, man. Love to have that, like those spontaneous things. But I always wanted to meet you up, so that's cool. Very nice. But guys, it is server issues. You can check it out. And of course, this now correlates with my casting there. Because if TMGL is at 8 and I have cast before that, dude, I will be completely screwed. I cannot probably cast the last step then because I'm in France. But I have to check because it's correlating. And I already agreed to that. But hey, we're gonna figure that out after the race. The qualifying has started. And Chris already out low fuel, so it might not be that he's playing. Maybe he had a bug or just pressed the DNF button. I don't know. But let's take a look here onto who should we spectate? Anyone you want to spectate in the qualifying?
I think you can go on to Wasile. Is just sitting P5 currently, just behind Voyager, Kaku and Dexter, so good places to spectate.
Yeah, I'm currently searching him. Voyager, Patosa. Dexter was there as well, but Dexter's leading, of course. Wosal. Okay, let's go with Wosal then. Zack, there we go. Okay, I'm on Wosal's POV, so he is right now entering lap number 2. You also see the fastest lap now, 1:28. I mean, of course, that was the flying lap, but still, this map is so long. And Wosal overtaking the one or another player now. Voyager, his next victim, who went for a very wide line, but is still a bit faster than Wosal. Dexter and Kaku are there as well, so a good fight between them. Wosal goes for a release turn there, not going for a drift. And he is pushing it. But Dexter is still leading there, you can see him in the distance. Now this very important hairpin is coming up. I think that's the most decisive part of the map. Because you just lock in your speed. It's the turn that I'm talking about here. It's very, very important. I think the most important turn here. Voyager almost touching there. Goes super risky. Has a lot of speed, but Wosal still comes a bit closer. Kaku, Dexter, and Chris. Chris is still there. And who's gonna take that, Atypick? Who's gonna take it?
I don't know. I just had to reconnect.
Okay.
Tiny bug, but full purple sector for Wosal. Only 2 for Voyager. So Wosal could be on a banger. It goes with the lap records a 1:11.7. So professional pole for Wosal. Just already beaten Voyager and Dexter. Two of the quickest driver on the track. So he already beat his direct competitors. Where is Patrol though?
Finishing now.
Okay.
P2.
Let's go P2.
You were talking about that before.
They are amazing. They are amazing. They are amazing.
See, at top 4. Look at that. Quite boring. And top 5 as well. Crucial there. But we still have Chris playing. So maybe he can do some damage.
No. No, he can't. He had a tiny mistake. Very beginning of the lap. Touched the wall. Then he has like 5 sectors which are in orange. Means that you do not improve. He's already 1 second behind his best lap. So yeah. Sificaris, not the best qualifying. Probably end up last in terms of time. I wouldn't be surprised. And yes, he stays 40th.
But you really got last. No, 14th. No, wait.
Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. 28th.
Yeah, well, that's literally last.
Yeah.
So Wosal...
not really last, but...
but you don't get points. So Wosal, Patrosa, Voyager, Dexter, Crucial. Then we have Heath, Moppel, Funky Joke, Kaku, Danik B, Simply Nick on P11, Better Toast, and Marius getting 1 point. So... all of these players have received their first points. Belul, the Bubble Man, and well, those are also the starting positions. Shorty's also playing today, maybe arriving a bit late.
Yep.
That's very nice. So maybe the guy with different strategies, but he's back in his studying city. So yeah, let's go with the live race. And I still think that Patroz is gonna win this race. Also that he has gotten himself another top 3 position.
But it's very good for Patroz to, like, just for the championships, to be able to get those P2, to get those 3 points, easy points, like, just because to avoid giving too much point to the others. He beats Dexter and Voyager, so the gap only shrinking between Patroz and Wosal, because Wosal is ahead of Patroz during the qualifying.
That's true.
So Patroz really need to beat those guys on the track.
I mean, it's 4 points, but still, I mean, they're coming a bit closer with that. I get your point, definitely, with that. And also, hello to the chat. Hello, Carrot Cake. Hello, Chave, Mental Strider. Everyone else. Sonakov as well. Chave, I mean, you're now a millionaire, because this guy literally made bang yesterday. That's why I was sleeping that late, because he was getting 100 sub gifts, you know? And 100, okay? Just think about that for a second. And then he wanted to finish the map, but he said, okay, I'll reset for $1,000. So now we had to wait for those 100 alerts to run through, which he had a fucking delay of 16 seconds per alert on. And then and then we waited for the alerts to pop up, and he made $1,000, and he was resetting again. Like, Chave guy. The Chave guy. And also Nina with the raid. Hello, hello. You guys just joined in time. Hello to the Nina community. I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for the generous raid of 100 beautiful human beings. I see Lings.
Damn.
I see Nina as well. Sasho, Rajan, Glowcom. I see Mika Fan, Monty, Javi, Unknown Scribe, GJKF, and everyone else. Sarah Stocher also here. Nice seeing all of you. You just joined in time. Atypick and me are casting the first division of the Trackmania Formula League, race number 8. And I'm looking forward to it, Atypick.
Yes. It's been a long time since we've casted together.
Yes.
It's like 2 to 3 races in a row. Yeah, I think it's 2 races in a row that we didn't cast. And yeah. I had COVID, then you got sick. Damn.
Yeah. I remember that 2 weeks before I was on a festival. I slept for 2 hours and I had to cast two things. It was quite weird, but hey, it is what it is. I hope you're all doing good today, because we are doing better. I'm not ill anymore, and you are maybe just a bit hungover, but
no, not really. Like, just the voice hurts a little bit, but yeah, we tried to bury my brother, but the shots were not that strong.
No.
Yeah.
The shots were not that strong, he says. Oh man, well, I mean, things like that happen. I mean, I'm not drinking, so if I would drink 1 or 2 shots with you, I would probably already be drunk. Oh man, it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Nina, and you guys just joined in time for the TMFL. We are starting in 20 seconds. My prediction is that Mr. Patroz is gonna win the race today, and this will probably be the decider for the victory of the TMFL. That's what I think, and you think that someone else is gonna win the race today, right?
No, I agree with you with Patroz. Like, it's really boring, but I think he has to make a statement, and it could be a race where strategy is very important. Raw pace, yes, but strategy also. So yeah, I think Patroz could be on a very good race to win. Is alongside his direct competitors as we go green on the track.
Yeah, we go green on the track, and we have Wolves on another pole position, also being in first. We see the top 5 being Wosal, Crucial, Patroz, Voyager and Dexter, but there was one player already lurking up a little bit. It was Heath, who's already going for a very aggressive line but losing it a little bit. Maris also releasing there but getting a good turn over that one, but not having the best amount of speed, so Maris falling a bit behind again. Wolfside and Patrose first and second, as we were expecting, but also Crucial with a good start alongside with Voyager. It seems that we already lost Dexter, who's on P number 8, a little bit behind. Of course, it's only the start of the race, but you see how much time you lose compared to the flying lap. It's plus 11 seconds. That is crazy to think about how much time you lose with that.
Standing start, you don't cross the start line without a lot of speed. You can gather a lot of speed. Wolfside was around 300 kilometers per hour. So yeah, you will lose tremendous amount of time. 11 seconds is quite a lot. And knowing that a pit stop, you basically start at the same points.
Yeah.
You're going to lose a lot of time on your out lap.
I agree with that. You lose a lot of time with that. 122 from Patrose, and we've seen 111 times, so, you know, 11 seconds behind. But we have a good fight here between Patrose and Wolfside for that first position already here. It's looking very nice, and let's see their racing lines. And also, look how much fuel they've already burned. It was 14 liters of fuel. So for everyone who doesn't know the TMFL, there's also one player who had a DC, unfortunately. It was on P38, I think. I think it was, oh my god, no way. Voyager. What did he do? No!
Did he flip?
No, Voyager! What? No! How? No! What happened?
How did he do it?
How did he get there?
Yeah, I don't know. Where is he? Okay.
And also Suke TM are in there. Oh no, that is very unfortunate. Oh man. Okay guys, I will disable.
I don't really understand how you went out.
I'm not sure how he happened. How he did that.
Oh, did he clip on the very right? Right on the apex, you have the rock poking out of the texture of the corner, and could he have clipped a wheel on the tiny rock and
let me check.
just flipped the car?
Oh god, yes, it could be the case. I know what you're talking about, or also here maybe. This one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Right, there we go.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe someone has. Oh, dude, I actually wanted to go into Voyager's POV, but I didn't do it. Ah, that's so unfortunate. So Voyager out of this race, and also Suke TM out. So guys, I've just disabled pre-rolled ads. It's quite a bummer that you have to set that, but Twitch is really pushing to have ads every 30 minutes. So now I've disabled them, because if you have those 3 ads or 5 in this time, I'm not sure why there's 5, you don't get any ad time during the race, or if you refresh the stream. So now you will get 1 ad if you join into my stream, but I think it's better than for you guys that want to watch the whole race. So there we go. Unfortunate, we have 1 player already out that was also my top 3 prediction. And what do you think? I don't want to see something like that, like with corners clipping out and stuff like that. It's quite unfortunate to have that.
It is really tricky, because the map are beta tested, but by a very few number of people, I think, and you just can't spot every mistake, every corner poking out on the track. Sorry, it is really unfortunate to see it, and most of the times those errors get fixed as the map are being beta tested. But yeah, it's just human error there, and it was just missed out on during the beta phase of this map. Yeah,
but I think it might not be a corner that everyone has seen. Maybe it's like, it's not on the race line or something like that. Maybe it wasn't really that important for them to fix that one. So I can understand that, because this was very inside, but still, like, you can always run into that danger, and even if one player can likely go over there, because you go very close there. You see Wolfside almost clipping it there, and I think he even almost did it, and now he might be aware that he can also fly off of that. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to have, and maybe Voyager can give us a statement. Maybe he's streaming himself and there's a clip of that. Maybe some of you have that. that we can watch it after that. But hey, it shouldn't be in the race. But we have VELOCE versus Patroza. I mean, look, they're so far ahead already, ahead of Dexter, 3 seconds. But also crucial with a great performance.
Yeah, we were talking about crucial, strong qualifier so far, great pace on the track, probably lacks a bit of consistency, but he's always there in the high places, in the high top 10s, top 5. So yeah, I'm not really surprised to see him there. Without Voyager is a strong case for a podium, the top 4 finish, but yeah, just to add up on what you said, since the map are beta tested and tested to see if texture and everything clip out, the real difficult thing is that we can't get our top drivers to drive the map and just spot out any mistake, because I think they would be a lot more able to see, okay, if I'm taking risky lines, especially like if you were to drive like VELOCE really close to the wall, you would have spotted that tiny texture who popped out on the map. So but then it's suddenly unfair for everyone, for the rest of the competition who are not able to beta test the map. It's a format where the staff have decided to keep the map secret until the day of the race, until the event actually start at 3 p.m. So it's a cool format, so very casual, friendly, just because you're not forced to learn a map.
And that's what I like. I like this casual approach.
Train and try hard the map.
You just jump into the game. It's like very time effective, or efficient in this case. That you boot up the game. There are a lot of players who actually don't play Trackmania outside of this competition, and they just boot up, play. I remember Santos, who was, I think, playing in season number 2. He was only playing the game because of TMFL. He was a good racer before. But it's just very cool, 1.5 hours of playing, no need to practice. But also at TMFL staff, if you're interested, I can also test the maps, and I'm also map reviewing on stream. I would of course not do it on stream, then I would not give the map to anyone, but I would spot those things and would carefully check that out. So I would be up to also test the maps before they're coming out, because I'm probably also a bit knowledgeable about Trackmania, just giving you that hint. And now we're gonna go into the first set of pit stops. Patroza struggling a bit. He's 3 seconds out of Dexter, driving rather conservatively. And wait, what is going on with? Okay, I think it was VELOCE who already went for a pit stop. Yeah, he pitted already. Okay, yeah. But look at Dexter's pit stop, so good. Oh my God, he comes closer so much there. And we have Marius and Shorty, the Madman.
Yeah, the pair, they should be in the same team, the Madmans.
Yeah.
But yeah, still running on the track. Shorty really close to the wall and that texture. But yeah, Marius on 11% tires shows that the tire consumption and fuel are really in line to each other. Yes, we do use a tiny bit more fuel compared to some on some drivers, they are using a bit more fuel. On some drivers, they are using a lot more tires. If you were to look at Marius as an example of someone who uses a lot of tires, he's really struggling to keep the car on the track, on the racing line there. Forced to lift up a bit, brake a lot earlier, and force the slide where he wants to, especially in the hairpin. As he arrives at the end of his lap and will pit on lap number 8.
Yes, I mean, Shorty, if I know him, would maybe go for another one, but no, he will not. Shorty went for the pit stop. So lap 6 pit stop for VELOCE, quite early.
It's really early. Not sure how he wants to do it. He probably wants to lengthen a couple of stints. He could do 6-6 and then 7 all the way. It could work out, I think. But I'm not sure.
But I think 7 is also then not that good,
Yeah.
So I certainly don't know. I mean, Wosal now leading by 6 seconds over Patrosa, of course, due to the fact that he could just drive his lap with clean tires and you lose just a lot of time. So Wosal is leading the race by quite a good margin, just because he was pitting in lap number 6. But, well, what would be the strategy? Like, really, I just didn't get my head around that. I think 6, 6, and then just 7 till the ending could be good. Or like 6, 6, 6. No, wait. How many do you have to do then with 7? So you have to do 2.
I would go... Okay, I think I have something. I would go 6, 12, 18, 24.
Yeah.
So 6 lap stints. And then you do 2 of 7.
Yeah. Or you do those 7 whenever you feel like it, you know?
Yes.
Like if you have maybe like didn't consume a lot of tires or something like that. Yeah, but that's a good one. I mean, the others have gone for the 7 laps already, so they can pace a bit more through. Lap 8 could also work, like what Marius and Shorty are doing. They're going for 8, 8, 8. Another 8. Wait. 8, 16, 24. Then they have
7 and 7.
7 and 7. So they go for one less pit stop than the others. Okay, I mean, let's see how much that pays off for them. And we've seen a lot of players going for that. But right now we have quite a large gap between the players. Golden Nugget on P number 6 right now. Love to see a new face in there. Then Moppel on 7th. Wingo Bear on 10th. Also, and Astronaut on 11th. Very nice.
I think it's first race of Simplenic, the man from Australia, playing in Division 1 this season.
I think, yeah, he was definitely in Division 1 in the previous season. But yes. I'm not quite certain. Maybe you've just not seen him that much, but he right now is on P number 33. Yeah.
Yeah, he just got promoted.
Okay, then you were right.
Yeah.
I was confusing it with the previous division. Also not going for a drift line there. As Wosa said, 111.89. Great lap from him. And also Nick not with the best line here. Slides a lot and just jumps there. So he had to go for a weaker line. So who do we have behind him? We have Krakus, then Safer Chris, Not Shadow, across, and then Voyager, Dan, and Suke are out. So not sure what happened to Dan. I know that Voyager, of course, had that crash.
Dan was a controller disconnect at the really start.
Okay, and then Suke also had a disconnect. And then we have Dazzle playing as well, peeking into on 31st. Razorlight now peeking into on 30th, playing for Bavaria too. Great job. Razorlight, Coda also here, who was very hyped about the TMFL just before it started. That was very cool. Cloudjo, Nano on 26th. Then Freezer, Kaku, Shorty on 24th. Already 30 seconds behind, and they are on the same, pit stop. So I think this will not work out for Shorty because he drives a bit too conservative.
Yeah.
Then Shadenis, Chaos Hand, Astronaut dropping a lot behind. Berlul, Marius on P18, also running the same strategy. Joey on 17th. Deska, Funky Jog, Beta Toast, who has improved a lot as well. Darkbringer, Speedy, Wall, Wingo Bear, and then we have our other players, Moppel, Heave, Danik B, Nico on 6th, okay, Golden Nugget, Crucial, Dexter, Patrosa, and Wosa. There we go. Those are all the players that are participating today. So 40 players are showing up, which is great to see. 80% of all the players. Very nice.
So Wosal is supposed to be pitting this lap if he continues on the 6 lap stints. He has relatively good tires, and we know that Wosal is quite a strong driver with low tires. He's prone to errors sometimes, but he could definitely do it. He definitely has the fuel, he definitely has the tires, but he will probably pit this lap. Never mind, he goes for 7.
Okay, then he goes for 7 now. Maybe he had a bit more percentile of tires left than in the previous one, and now he feels like, okay, now I can squeeze out this one more lap because he has to go for 2 7-lappers. Maybe that's his strategy, and a good call there from Wosa. I mean, 16% is quite good. Of course, they will shrink during the lap. Also, Patrosa still has to go for maybe 2 more laps. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable. Gold Nugget with a penalty. He is in the pit stop on lap number 12. And let's take a look, because the next set of pit stops... Dexter! What is he doing? No! We have another victim! Oh, no! No, 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 no. Same position. No way.
Is he streaming?
Yes, he is. He is, and Dexter with that is also out of the race. And what is happening? We get another raid.
Dexter has grabbed 2 of our best players. Yeah.
Yo, Jake. Oh my god, we get another big boy raid.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is so unfortunate. Another... So guys, if you don't know, you cannot respawn. So Dexter is out of the race. Dexter clipped the second one and he's out of that one. And also, Janik, the man, the myth, the legend, raiding with 256 people.
What?
What the hell is happening?
What the hell, man?
Yo, thank you so much. Atypick and me are casting the Trackmania Formula League, Division number 1. And right now we have the scheme that...
Oh, that's a proper, like, end of the stream for Dexter.
Oh no, dude. Dexter will be so tilted about that, but understandable, because there's one corner here on this map. I'll show you that. It is... it's here, right? Yeah, this one. You have 2 blocks that are sticking out here. And Dexter clipped the second one here, and he landed there. And since you cannot respawn, Dexter is just chilling here.
Oh
and
my god.
He cannot respawn. He is, like, he's fucked. He cannot do anything. That is very unfortunate for him. And this also happened to a player that was also in the top 4 of the total standings, Voyager. So Wosa now has the huge opportunity to overtake both, or to overtake only Dexter. Yeah, exactly.
Voyager is on P4.
Yeah. So Patrols also going for the pit stop.
Oh my god, that's painful. I just watched the...
Can you send that clip to me? Then I'll show it on stream. I'll show you the clip on stream.
I can't create a clip, right?
I'll just go into Dexter's thing.
No, never mind. I just had to follow Dexter.
let me quickly show you. Okay, wait, I have the clip. I already have it. Okay, there we go. So I'll show you the clip, guys. So, you see here, this one. And the same happened. And the same happened to Voyager. Voyager, maybe you have the clip as well of that. Yeah, there. Let's go with Voyager now, guys. Let's go with Voyager. Here, Voyager also. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, that sucks so bad. That sucks so bad, guys. Oh god, dude, that is so bad. No. That shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I really agree with you on this. I don't know how it wasn't spotted.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think in the future we really need like to get a car hugging all the edges of the map, and if you suddenly bump something, there is something clipping, and you could have a player flying out. I think they probably let the thing out on the track. I think they spotted it.
Yeah.
And they, just because he's like it's really there, and you can't really miss it. Like I just had to search for 10 seconds to see that there is a rock popping out of on the track. So I think they may have spotted it, but decided to either there was a correction that was not made, and it was supposed to be made, or they just like said, nobody's going to fly out on this thing. And
Oh,
and
man.
then suddenly you have two of your top 4 drivers that are out of the race, and it is unfortunate. It's a human mistake on this. But generally it's really rare that we see those kind of things. Yes, sometimes we have bushes on the scenery that are collidable, and you get stuck on this. But you rarely have scenery elements that clip on the track and actually are in the condition to make your car flip or something like this. It's really, really rare. Sometimes it happens, and we got really lucky so far, I think, in the Trackmania Formula League, where none of our win contender got out on a stupid rock popping out of the track. And I think today it was the track too much, and we couldn't be safe anymore from our top 4 driver DNFing for flipping out or getting stuck.
Well, I mean, with the scenery, it happens way more than you actually expect it to be, especially when you use custom blocks. But you can fairly avoid that, of course, by not placing that block or placing a smaller block. And also, user 45. Yep, we've seen that during your weekly staff tests, but we can't update the map because of Trackmania update. If we really update the map, we must use the latest Trackmania version, and it is unstable. I mean, you can just hack the validation, but of course in this case it's not good. But I understand that point actually, but this corner should not be there. If you spot this corner, it's literally in the race line, my opinion. And you shouldn't have this one in there, to be honest. Of course, yes, I understand that, but it's like if I were to test this map before, I would definitely have seen it. And you know, I already knew, like we were both knowing, okay, how can you flip out there? It has to be a corner like this, because it's literally acting like a ramp and it's in the race line. VELOCE was so close to it as well. I think he even already clipped it. And it just, like, you know, 2 players went out. It could also be no player going out in this round with that, but
I think we had no issue during free practice. Like, free practice is still 20 minutes. It's nearly half a race. And I didn't saw any drivers nor spotted a message on the chat that like there is a rock popping out on the turn, watch out. So during 20 minutes we didn't really had anything, and suddenly you get 5 laps into
players
into the race, and they are risking their life there to like, not in the actual meaning of the expression, but like they are risking like no other, and just to get the best time, just to get the proper performance, and it's just pushing a bit too much there, something that you can't really do in free practice because you don't have the pressure, the adrenaline forcing you to get closer and closer to the edge.
Well, it's the same for everyone, but it's at this point just a coin flip. But let's just talk about the race then. I think we have discussed about that, or standpoint to that is clear. I can also understand why you want to leave it in with what Redshock has said, but then of course it's a risk that you should not have there. So let's check how Crucial is doing his lap here, as he hits a bit of the penalty grass, slows down a little bit, but is still in the actual race, as he is also having a lot of fuel in the tank. VELOCE will go for another pit stop, but look at the gaps, like, damn.
Oh my god.
And
that's
also
a great lap.
Also, damn, from Patrose, yes, great lap from him. VELOCE will pit lap 20, so he doesn't go for lap 90 now, so he has all his lap 7 stints done, and he looks to have a very good race today.
Yes. VELOCE is generally really strong. I think this season some of his results were not like a good showing of his skills and his overall pace, and I think he just found the mojo a bit more in the last few races. Like, he has won 2 of the past 3 races, could be the 4th one there. So he's going to close out on Patros, and he's really close as well to a perfect Sunday if you were to retake that fastest lap.
Yeah, let's check his pit entry, looking very good. Also, he didn't really lose too much time over that lap here, so that's very good. Going a bit safer there, also about to lap the next person. He lapped Speed 7, and now he has the next one ahead of him. So let's see, okay, 114, there we go. Zack in the pit stop, he is 4.6% of tires left, and Patrosa will go into the lead with that. Let's see how much time Wolfside actually loses with that. He was leading by, I think, give or take 10 seconds. Let's see how much he is behind Patrosa.
I think, like, we need to take into consideration the outlap that is 11 seconds slower compared to a normal lap. So, yeah, he's going to be behind by quite a lot.
Yeah, let's take a look how much he is behind. So that is, I think, like, yeah, dude, look at that, 30 seconds, maybe even a bit more than that, maybe like 31, 32, due to the fact that he wasn't really as fast as Patrosa during that lap. Okay, never mind, actually, 30.7 seconds, so he lost a whopping 40 seconds with a pit stop. Damn.
Yeah, massive.
That is massive indeed.
So plus, Patros is still on a very slow lap. It's the end of his stint. He's going to pit right now. Should be pitting right now. And Patros would have done his 2 stints with 7 laps.
Okay, but again, very aggressive here from him. Slowing down a bit more than Wolfsau, but this upper looking quite good. Going wide there to gather a bit more speed. 120, he's very brave, but that was a good pit stop as well. Crucial behind him. Also doing it very nicely here. A bit slower around the corners, but you don't really get too much time if you go 110 or 120, yes, but hey, it doesn't really matter that much at the end. And Wosa with that will go into the lead again, and look how much he's leading actually. It's quite a lot if you think about that, and he has done all of his 7 lap stints, so he goes for lap 6, for lap 26, for lap 32, and then he's gone.
Yeah, now it's just he's safe in terms of tires, because pitting, having a 17th lap means that your tires are in quite bad shape. He was pitting with 4% tires, which is really deadly. In some turns, your car kind of behave strangely, really unpredictable sometimes. And Wosa is one of the strongest drivers to force his wheel into his car, forcing a drift, braking a lot earlier, and really predicting and forcing the behavior that he wants to his car. And yeah, now he's leading by 10 seconds.
Crazy.
He just need to push forward now. No risk on the tires. Yes, he's going to hit that red mark on the tires but he's going to be so fast on the it's going to be quick on the red tires, and he retake fastest lap. Perfect Sunday so far for Osai. Yes. So yeah, those 6 laps are relatively risk-free for any drivers, but especially for Osai.
Yeah, that's hard. That's like really interesting that you say risk-free, because he's risking a lot if you think about that. But he just drives the fastest lap and all that. But maybe he's just comfortable with driving super risky. And also here, like, just speeding through that section. And it's looking very good. Another great lap for him. Marius, of course, is behind him, but he loses gradual time towards Patrosa. Also because of his more conservative race line, due to him saving more tires and fuel. But also because his tires and fuel are low. So Patrosa will overtake him just before he probably goes into the pit stop here. Comes dangerously closer there. Also Marius now making a small mistake there by, I think, oversliding or even touching the wall. And there you have it. Marius versus Patrosa. Marius, of course, with one last pit stop. And has to worry that his tires are not blowing up. As well as Joey. 5.8% of tires. But of course, they're going to the pit stop now, so it will be fine. But there we have Patrosa, 7 seconds behind Wosal, so he has caught up a little bit, concerning that he was like 8 to 9 seconds behind before the previous stint.
we were not sitting on Wosile, so probably a tiny mistake, like to lose 3 seconds on 1 or 2 lap is quite a lot, so maybe a tiny mistake that Wosile touched the walls there. No big crash, but just lose out some momentum, and it can be tricky to regain that momentum.
Yeah, it can take long, but I think Wosile is not really struggling with that.
No.
As he is not really losing that much time right now towards Patrose. They're both on the same speed here. But also Shorty here, P3 still going for another lap. That is crazy. Mr. Shorty, the guy with the interesting strategies all along. But guys, Patrose and Shorty were on par just, I think, 3 or 4 laps ago. And look at that, 8 seconds, 9 seconds between them. So Shorty is losing so much time due to his conservative driving style. And the Crucial will most likely, or will be ahead of him because he has one less stint than Shorty. And Shorty goes for the pit stop now, so weights are not continuing for both of them in the same direction. We have Crucial now on P number 3. Of course, surprisingly, seeing him there, I've bet him on the 3rd position, but of course I didn't know that the Dexter and also the Voyager incident has happened. Yeah. Or will happen, let's say like that. Damn, dude. So unfortunate.
Oh, Krakus with a tiny penalty. Probably a Cam 1 driver, not not watching his kilometers per hour during the uphill.
I would actually bind Cam 2 for this one, just to see my speedometer. And Patrose is on a good lap here. Let's take a look. Can he improve it? Nope. Just when I talk about it, he touches the wall. So Patrose will not increase his fastest lap. And that was a very bad moment to touch, because not only will he lose those 0.5 seconds, but he will gradually lose time. You can see it here, 0.8 and even more there, like 1 second of a loss just because of that one crash beforehand, because he goes in there with 20 kilometers less, and that means a lot of speed loss for him. There we go, 0.9 behind.
He didn't lose too much time. He didn't lose too much time to Wosile though, because having less momentum on the car means that on the last hairpin you have to slide less. Oh my god, Patrose. Another mistake, I think.
Yeah, he has to push though.
Went into the wall, yeah. He has to. He's already 1.3 behind his best time. Lose out 1 second, 1 second and a half to Wosile with the mistake. So Wosile is going to pit anyway, because we are lap 26, and then it's going to be 32 and 38. I would be surprised if Wosile stayed on the track. But yeah, Patrose 8.4 seconds behind will take the lead. So just because Wosile pits, but then when Patrose will be in the pits, Wosile will be retaking that lead.
Oh, dude, he goes so fast there, but he was also at 70 kilometers per hour. But yeah, Patrose now in the lead, also with a quite okay pit stop, I would say. Of course, he does not have to stand that long into the pit. And if we take a look onto the pit graph, there we go. We see Patrose 7:14.21. So not sure what he goes for. 28:34 question mark. This makes not really a lot of sense. I mean, he has maybe some 5 lappers where he can catch up, so it can be closer, but I'm not sure if he can make up those 7 to 8 seconds. Also due to the fact that he has made those mistakes. So maybe it works out for him. He of course has to stand in the pit less amount of time, but still he already went for 7 lap stints now twice. So I'm interested to see if he goes for like lap 28 or maybe even now lap 27 now. Maybe he goes for the pit stop now.
It could be like if you were to if he wants to go for only 2 7 lap and then you only do 6 lap per stint,
he goes for it.
Would be relatively set. Yeah, that's a great call by Patrose. Safe on the tires, relatively risk-free. The tires are still orange, so it's not as bad as when you are in the red. You don't slide. The car is a bit more predictable, just because we have orange tires. Plus, he doesn't have too much fuel to put in. So yeah, great call by Patros. A lot more conservative, but doesn't lose too much time to Wasile.
Yeah,
And
perfect.
Wasile will retake the lead, but by how much? I think Patros may have done a very good stint.
Yeah.
And maybe a tiny bit closer to Wasile, probably 7 seconds apart. Okay, 8.1. The gap didn't move too much, but yeah, great race by great race with those two. As Speedy will take a provisional P2 just because he hasn't pitted a third time.
Yeah, Speedy still has to go for a pit stop. Lap 28 for him. So let's take a look how many pit stops he has done already. 7, 14, 21 as well. Okay. And then he now goes for 28. So rather than Patroso went for 27, he goes for 28 now. So has then 5 lap stints by the looks of it. Or just goes for a very short stint. But of course, going into that hairpin and all of that, you want to avoid doing that as much as possible.
Those tires are making me nervous.
Yeah, 5%. That's not a lot of tires for Speedy, but he will of course fall down. And well, Patroso.
Look at,
yep.
He's 3 seconds behind his best time.
Yeah,
3 seconds. That's a lot. Probably a mistake in the lap, but 3 seconds behind his best time is quite a lot.
Yeah, I agree. So he is 3 seconds losing with that, but now he's in the pit stop and we were like, whew, fresh tires again. But Patroso now 8 seconds behind Wolsa. I want to talk about his pit stop because I think his last part of the pit stop, especially also from standing still to accelerating, was very good. But the question here was his braking point and all of that, was it perfect? Because he was at like also 80 speed, then 110, he could have maybe gotten some more, maybe like 1 second more than that towards Wasile. So he lost maybe a bit of time with that, but also Patroso is on a great time. And now, of course, he's on fresh tires till the end of the race because he goes for probably lap 33 pit stop and he can now really push it. So let's see what time Patroso will do, how much speed he will get in that turn. This is looking really good, and Patroso has a lot of speed to work with here at the ending. He's 0.1 ahead of his PB, but it will not be quite enough to beat Wasile, also losing a gradual or a slight bit of time in this section, and Patroso will not improve his set time. And maybe we can also see a cut at the ending that maybe someone will just finish I don't know, with a color or something, I don't know, just go to the right, but I think there was a fence. But still a 1:11.75 from Patroso is a good time. Then we have Mario still on third, Crucial, Shorty, and Deska on P number 6, but of course he's at 13% tires.
Okay.
Still goes for a lap.
I see the cut you are talking about. So there is no fence touching the P's tower.
Yeah.
So you could cut.
I think it's not faster though.
I think it's probably penalty grass.
Yeah, it is.
So you would lose a lot of time just by driving on the grass. So I think it's not really a cut.
Nah, it's not a cut. But I was thinking maybe if there was no fence onto the right that you could maybe cut it. But that's not the point, and you cannot make that. So
and I think if you were to cut, your lap would be unvalidated after the race.
Yeah, exactly. That comes also into play. Well. That's just how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles, ladies and gentlemen. And we have Deska on 6, but look at that, 4.4% of tires left for him. So he will not have a good time. Also gets overtaken by Heave, and he will drop down a lot.
Yeah.
With that, as well as Marius, who is on P4. You know, he will get overtaken, but I'm looking forward to see the fight between Patroso and Wasile, as Patroso again is on a very fast lap. He's risking it again, minus 0.32 of a second. Will we see Patroso clocking in the fastest lap, or will Wasile defend that perfect weekend? I mean, it's not in his hand right now, but Patroso on a very fast start of the lap, just risking it a lot, getting a good line there as well. Good drift from him, but now, of course, we have the more technical section coming up. You want to get as much speed as possible. Minus 0.4 of a second, going so close there to the wall, but Patroso should not push too much here. Good release timing there as well. Had to release a little bit more than that, but now the drift here really decides your amount of speed. I think he didn't get it too well, so you might lose a bit more time. Okay, never mind. This could still
on a
be
great
enough.
lap.
Is it enough?
Still on a great lap.
Well, it will be close. The last drift will decide it for Patrose if he can get that fastest lap. It's looking quite nice for him. But of course, I'm not sure how good his last sector was. There was a good drift and Patrose will clock it in. A .41.9. 400s ahead of Vosal. Great time from Patrose.
I think he made all this time. Like the first sector he had was the two first sector were purple sectors. Is where he made a lot of the obvious time on his lap, like the improvement. So great lap by Patrose. Beat Vosal by a few hundreds. So it's doable for Vosal. He still has a couple of opportunities to do it. Like he's on the end of his stints. He's going to pit this lap, so he will have fresh tires, lots of fuel to go for another push for the fastest lap. But it is still only 10 points being stolen by Patrose. But those 10 points would be a huge help for Vosal to close the gap to Patrose.
Yeah. And also, Patrose also only gained 0.50 second towards Vosal, even though Vosal was below 30% tires. So Vosal now, of course, falling down in the line, but he is on his last pit stop. Patrose goes for a quick stint probably in this lap. Then he will have fresh tires for the last 5 laps and also a good amount of fuel. 25% for him now of tires, so he has to save a little bit. Also loses a bit of time there, but his start was incredible. So yeah, lap 33 for him. Let's see how much they will be teared apart, because Patrose's stint will be a bit shorter than Vosal's.
Oh, he loses out 1 second on very bad slide just before the Coliseum. And yeah, it's quite slow lap. 2 mistakes during the lap. 20% tires are making an effect there. And it's not the best lap for Patrose. It could be it is still a crucial lap. The in lap for the lap before you get into the pit, and then the out lap are really crucial laps where you want to minimize the amount of errors.
You definitely want to minimize your errors there, and Patrose has done too much in this lap, and also here risking a lot. So he will, yeah, again, you know, he made those mistakes, and I think that's the GG already for Vosal, unless he clips the corner or anything like that. That would be an absolute scandal if he does it. Of course, now they are aware that those things have happened, not seeing them, and he goes only for 65 liters. That should be enough for it. Yeah, it's enough. It's 5 laps.
I think, yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
It is a ballsy call.
Maybe one more. I would have gone for one more tick actually, like for 69 liters or something.
That's a great number.
That's a nice number, yeah.
Yeah. So I think everyone agrees with it.
Yeah. So it is 7 seconds between them.
But still, without that tick, he's only 6.7 seconds behind Vosal.
Yeah.
Where if he may have got that tick or put a little bit more fuel, it would have been, since the in-lap wasn't good at all, it would be like the usual 8 seconds behind.
Nah, I mean, he gained 1 second with that. So Vosal really needs to make huge mistakes, or Patrose has to dive world record pace in every lap, and Vosal just has to make some sort of mistakes, like touching the penalty ground and stuff like that. Alright, there we go. But he's catching up a little bit, but it will not be enough by the looks of it. Unless Vosal, of course, is throwing for skins. Not sure.
I think Vosal just has it. Given no mistake, I think Vosal just has it. And probably will not be hunting for fastest lap, I don't know.
Yeah, he shouldn't do that.
Yeah, just goes for the end. I think like the amount of difference in terms of points by getting the win instead of second place is quite a lot. It is 20 points.
Yeah, so
it is 20 points. So it's still better to get first place without the fastest lap compared to the fastest lap and maybe DNF, or you get second place just because you have a very bad mistake.
Yeah, So, I mean, 20 points, yeah, but, you know, then the lap, then of course you only have had 10 points. So it is whatever. Wolsa won the qualifying, so we will come still closer towards him. But of course, you know, 10 points to the others, like it's 20 points in total that you just make up to the person, because that's the point that you're getting and the other person is not getting. So maybe Wolsa will go for it now in this lap. I think that's his last real chance to go for it. Else he should just really save it and not really hit anything. But he is on the minus. So let's see, is Wolsa going for it? If yes, then he will come a very, very large amount closer towards Patrosa, but nah, this is not looking too good. 0.1 behind, but maybe he didn't have the best ending. Okay, he is leading towards his PB, so let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, he's on the same pace, like really closer, 1500, close to his best time. He lose out quite a lot in the second sector, the end of the second sector. He has a purple sector, but I'm not sure if it is enough. 3400s. Yeah, on
Good
that
speed.
pace, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. He's behind by 2000s, and he needs
catching
a
up.
lot more to catch up to Patrols.
He has a good amount of speed though, that's what I'm talking about.
True.
And I think he can make it with a good ending
Crucial
drift.
slide.
Oh, this wasn't too good, but it's enough!
Oh my god! That's...
I called it!
Oh, damn! Yeah, great call, great call. And Wolsa reclinch the fastest lap.
That was so important.
Yeah, yes, yes it is.
Ooh, that was close. So
Yeah.
he was going after that hairpin that I talked about. He went for a very wide line to catch a lot of that downhill momentum, and thus he had a lot of speed to work with. So good line there from Wolsa at the end, and also good drift, of course, just by a hair. 14 thousandths of a second, that is nothing. And now Patrosa, of course, is now having one more bullet in his shelf, you know, that he can maybe use at the end. But of course, all matters at the end how much speed you have coming into lap number 38. So it's safe to say that Wolsa wins race number 8, and with that winning his first official race. Oh no, never mind. It was Patrosa, but
No,
Wolsa already won.
The
Yeah,
third win.
Yeah, the third win.
He
Yeah.
had 2 wins in a row.
Yeah.
He's the
Never
driver
mind.
with the most win in the season. He's currently tied with Voyager, with 2 each. And
Will be his
he's going
third
to
one.
win the third. Yeah.
Yeah, I was confused with Patrosa there for a second, because Patrosa hasn't won a race officially, only with Wolsa getting his one victory removed from his name because he went for a wallbang. And I mean, let's take a look. How much speed has Patrosa here? Will he be able to beat him?
Not much. Not much.
It's not loading, and I think this will not be it.
He's behind by 4.
Yeah, by 0.4.
4 tenths. Yeah.
So Wolsa will win the race and also having the fastest lap. So that's the perfect weekend for Wolsa. GG's towards him to the Sun player. I think TMGLC is still taking place, if I was recalling it correctly. So great performance. Also making a small mistake there, but it's still enough for him. And he will take it. 8 liters left in the tank. That is more than enough. Also for Patrosa. So GG's to him winning the 3rd race. What a great performance.
Yeah, I think it's just like a matter of he has found the mojo, his mojo, and he's just out to dominance by Wolsa. It's a great lesson. He told every driver like, I'm the best, I'm the reigning champion, and I'm here to take the fight to Patrols.
Yes. And Wolsa is ready. With that, he comes significantly closer to Patrosa, who also didn't have a real bad weekend. He had a good weekend. He was second in qualifying and second in...
everything perfect.
Yeah. So, love to see that. And yes, those things have happened. We're gonna go into the clips after that as well. And Crucial finishes on 3rd. Was kind of my bet for that. Danik B on 5th, Speedy on 6th, Marius on a very, very good 8th finish because Moppel has overtaken him. Okay. Sneaky there. Darkbringer on 9th, Shorty on 10th, Astronaut on 11th. Love to see that as well. Cloudio, Wingo Bear, Wall, Joey, Raptors, Yeppers. For him, Belul, Peking Ante, Deska, Xavicris, and Funky Jug. GG's to the players. Last couple of players are about to finish now with Chaos Hand. And also Kaku, Razorlight, and Koda unfortunately has Deceit in lap 37. No way, dude. No way. Okay, there he is.
He has finished. He has finished. Like, it was really laggy for the last 2 laps, but
yeah.
He has finished.
Okay, I'll show you the clip here. Zack. That was the clip, guys. Okay, but there are the full standings here. So we have 4 outs, Dexter and Voyager clipping. Dan and Suk had some issues with their peripherals or also with their internet. So that happens. And actually interesting that Dexter and Voyager, like the top players. Oh man. That's so unfortunate, Atypick. It's so...
It is. It is. It's going to play for the entire championship. Like, Dexter is not scoring any points on this. It could be out, really out of contention for the entire race. So does Voyager, who was really close to Patrol. So it's still a bit too early to tell. But we have 2 races left where I think Wasile and Patrols will just drive as usual. So they are going to score points. If Dexter and Voyager wants to get a very good place and try to compete for the win, they need Wasile and Patrols to DNF some races.
Yeah, it needs the blue shell has to hit them in this case.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, good summary there, but I think that is like, again, Wasile and Patrols are batting out for the top positions. But that's it from the TMFL today. Thank you very much for joining, Atypick, and we're definitely gonna write how we're gonna make it on the weekend in 2 weeks, because I'm at Gamers Assembly there. I'm not sure if I can cast there, but definitely next week.
Weekend in 2 weeks, so it's going to be race number 10. So I'm casting all alone race number 10. Okay, nice.
Maybe. I'm not so sure what will correlate, so maybe.
Yeah.
So
we will see with the schedule, and it would be great to meet you in Poitiers.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's just write. So thank you very much.